Hello everyone, this is Alessandro Genovese. I'm a freelance photographer, photojournalist and industrial designer from Napoli. In the last few years I've been designing and building cameras myself. It's a lot of fun, it's very challenging but also very rewarding. I can get unique pieces of art, and that's very different from taking photos with a digital camera for a series of reasons, which maybe I will explain into another video. But today I want to show you some of the details of this camera, because I haven't been using it for a few months because of the lockdown, and today I started over. I need to make some fixes because of the time that I haven't used it. So today I disassembled the lens, and I will show you how it's made, because also the lens is handmade, as you can see. Unfortunately not 100% handmade because it takes a lot of precision, so I used a CAD and I used a laser cutting machine to build it, and then I assembled and refined it by hand. And in front of it I got the lens itself, which is a piece of glass from Nice. It's a close-up lens, 5 times magnifying, which means about 200 millimeters of focal length. And this is high quality glass, but you can also use very cheap lenses from Chinese stores. For 2 or 3 euros you can just make your own wonderful handmade lens. And behind the lens itself I got the shutter mechanism. It's a guillotine shutter, very simply activated by gravity, and it doesn't make the camera shake at all, so it's very nice. And I also built iris diaphragm, and I will show it later in details. So the first thing you need to do is to move the bellows back and forth to focus. Now as you can see it's a little stuck because of the humidity, so I will need to fix it later. But let's see how the lens works. After I focus, I calculate the distance between the lens and the ground glass, and I divided it by the f number that I want. For example, I want f8 in this case. It's 200 millimeters, so I make 200 divided by 8, and I get 25, which is 25 millimeters, which is the diameter that I need. So I set the lens. You can see the Roman number on the top of the lens. Between 2 and 3 is 2.5, 25. So now it's f8, and I close the shutter and I load the paper or the film. I lift the shutter, making sure that no light comes in. I let it go, so the light hits the paper, and I don't know, I need 4 seconds exposure, so I count until 4 and I close it. And that's basically it. Now I just need to develop the paper, which I develop inside the camera because it also works as a darkroom. I will show you in another video, hopefully. So let's look at inside the lens. You can see the shutter here, very basic, and behind you can see the mechanism. I made a sort of gear, but you can make much simpler shapes. And here I got the 6 holes. Each hole corresponds to a pin on a single blade, because it's 6 blades. And I also got on the back side 6 slots. And the slots work together with the pins in the front and in the back, making the blades slide and rotate simultaneously, constraining this kind of hexagonal shape. Now let's see a single blade, how it's made. It's just a piece of copper cut in shape, and I weld some brass pins on it to make it work. So to design it I used a website named Iris Calculator. It's free, but you can pay like $5, 4 euros, something like that, to get full control over all the parameters. So I really make that the way I need it to be, and then I edit the CAD file in Rhinoceros and sent it to the laser cutting machine, and I assembled everything together. So that's basically it. Now I just need to clean it, to put some oil or grease to make it work smooth, and assemble everything back and go back to taking wonderful portraits which have a sort of, I don't know, timeless appeal. I don't know how to say, but it's just amazing. And that's the reason why I want to use handmade lenses and not industrial lenses, which are very expensive. If I break them, it's very hard to repair. It's very hard to find them again. But by designing and building the lens myself, I can lose it, I can break it, and I can still build a very identical lens, which is mine and not from some industries. So hopefully we'll see you into another video where I will show you other details about my camera. Until then, bye and thanks for watching.